Alright, so the purpose of this video is to give a demo of Picsweeper, which is essentially our application intended to be a part of the academic project. So I'm going to to start off with, I'm going to go to picsweeper.com and try to show how users will be interacting with our application. So for the purpose of this study, the goal is to understand how users perceive their cloud storages and the files they have on their cloud storage accounts. And for this, we've selected two popular storages. They're Dropbox and Google Drive. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be focusing on Google Drive and specifically how we use the API and its features and how users are going to interact with our application. So users will come to this landing page on our web server, and they will select what what storage service they use more popularly. For this demo, I'm going to do Google Drive, and then they're going to proceed. And the next screen that will show up will be a detail of how we are not collecting any personal information, and how the details of OAuth, essentially the flow that we use to actually get access to the user's accounts. So we provide an overview of the survey. Individuals are first asked some general questions, then they're followed by specific questions about the files on their accounts, and shortly I will be showing how those questions look like. So I'm going to begin the survey now, and this is the actual screen where individuals have to provide their authentication. So I will quickly pull up the credentials for the test account. So test account. Right? So once the user authorizes, they're first shown with a set of generic questions about their accounts. So I'm going to quickly buzz through these so we get to the part where we can show how the API fetches and uses details about their files. So these are general questions, and to get an idea of how they use their cloud accounts. And obviously, these questions are also available on the website. So if anyone wants to go and look at it using the test account provided, that can be done. Okay, once they're done answering these generic questions, we explain that now we're actually going to ask questions about the files on their accounts. And this is where we use help and features from the API to show them the files. So we're going to continue with the survey. Okay, so we have a few terminology explanations to the users. Not all of our users might be well equipped with technology. So we explain what encrypting or deleting a file means from the cloud. I would like to emphasize that we essentially do not make any changes on their accounts. So we only request for read-only access to the files, but we ask them based on the types of files that are shown to them about hypothetical scenarios. For instance, if they found something, if they were shown something that was sensitive, would they like to encrypt it? Or if it was something, let's say a file that they hadn't touched in 5 years, would they want to delete it? So again, we do not make any changes to the accounts. It's only read-only access. However, we do present users with these hypothetical scenarios, asking about them questions about encryption or deletion. So I'm going to proceed with the survey of file specific. So this is the part of the application that's scanning the API in the background, collecting file metadata, and as well as information about the file content. Okay, so this is how files will come up for the user. So they have these files are selected using stratified sampling based on certain characteristics. for example, shared files, image files, document files. So we want to get a diverse sample set here. So to better understand what kind of files people have and get a better range of responses. So the file count is up here on the top. We have the file name that's shown. Again, this is not information that's stored. It's actually actively fetched from the API and is discarded as soon as the user proceeds. So this information, any personal information is not saved on disk. This is also clear in our privacy policy. And we also provide them with the location, which will give them a better understanding of where the file actually is present. So to proceed, we actually have users actually go to their accounts and view the file. So if they click on this button, they will be shown the file, which is essentially this file that was in their Google Drive accounts. Then they go back to the original survey, and then they answer questions about this file. I'm just going to quickly go through these questions. Again, after every set of questions, they have the ability to go and look at the file again. Obviously, it's not enforced, but if they want to, so you also get some information about if the file is shared. We asked individuals questions about the members that it was shared with. Again, the names of the members are fetched using the API in real time, and it's not anything that is stored on disk. We do not store any personal information on disk. I'm going to skip the non-optional questions. All right, so these were a set of questions that were asked for one file. Again, we're going to be showing usable multiple files, and we're going to repeat this process for 10 files for this study. So as you can see that the file count just went up from 1 to 2, and this is going to go up to 10. Eventually, users will answer the same questions about the files, and when they're done with all of the survey, they will be redirected to completed. And this is what individuals will see when the survey is completed. And because we're hiring most of our participants from Amazon Mechanical Turk, they are given a unique code that they have to paste in the interface so that we know that these participants were legitimate and they can get paid. So I'd like to emphasize that the information that we're collecting essentially is mostly used for passive analysis. For example, we collect metadata about those files, as well as certain features from the file content if they are text files, or document files, or image files. Again, we do not store any original content or any binary content on disk, but we do extract certain features while scanning their accounts from these files. And details of that are mentioned in our privacy policy, as well as in the email. I have a paragraph that explains what explicit features that we are extracting and how we're using them. Thank you very much.